talk to me, man. 2020 NFL draft coming. Were you expecting to go in that second round? Were you expecting to go to the Rams? Did you think you would go earlier, man? What was that whole process like for you, man?
Yeah, I'm honestly, man, I'm gonna keep it. So I went to the combine, and so on, we run it. I think we run everything on Thursday, and
Yeah.
on Wednesday, I'm doing my 40 starts in the hotel, and so I get a call, to the medical, and it's like, hey, you need to come down here. So I'm like, okay. So I go down there and they talking to me and they said, hey, you're not going to be able to participate in the combine. I'm like, dang, what's going on? And so I ended up having a Jones fracture in my foot. So I wasn't able to participate.
Now,
And
did you
man,
know
I
you had
remember
that fracture?
I ain't know. Like I was doing all my starts. I was running. I was doing everything. I was practicing my everything, bro. I'm like, I'm ready. And so, man, I just remember I started bawling, man. I called my mom. My dad was at the combine. So he's like, where
Oh,
you at? I was like,
man.
man, I'm down here. So, we came in there and talking and, my dad was trying to do everything, get a waiver you could sign to participate. He was trying to do the
He
whole
said, yo,
thing to make sure I get it.
I
You
don't
know
care
what I'm
about
saying?
nothing. He gets to
I
run.
don't
Let
care
my
about
man
that.
run.
My son could let my son, so obviously the NFL didn't, think it was safe, so I didn't participate. And so then, man, I ain't gonna lie, in my head, I'm like, man, I might not get drafted. I might just be, free agent, because I broke my foot. So I'm thinking like
Yeah.
it's over
I
with,
can't run. Right. Yeah.
I can't run. So, on the day of the draft, I'm just watching, and I'm just sitting down and, my agent called me. He's like, hey, like, I think we going on day two. I'm like, you sure? He's like, yeah, I'm positive. He's like, I'm positive. I'm like, okay. So I'm sitting up in my seat. So a couple of picks before the Rams got me, my dad came in and was like, hey, like, we finna take you. I'm like, what? I'm like, what you talking about?
Hey.
I'm like, what you talking about? I'm
To
like,
me,
what? I'm
Dad,
like, you
what you
finna take me?
do?
Yeah, I'm like,
Tell
I'm
me
like,
where.
I'm finna be coached by you. He was like, yeah, because he was at the Jets at that
Right,
time.
right.
So I'm like, okay. So the Jets ended up trading back, and so I was like, okay. And so then I see the 805 area code. I'm like, who is this? I'm like, what's going on? And sure enough, man, it was the Rams. So it was a great feeling, man. To get drafted, to put all that hard work in. So now to answer your question, I didn't think I was going second round at all. I thought I wasn't even going to get drafted, but that just goes to show how God works, and it was a cool moment, man.
Nah, respect on that, man.
Yeah,
That's
facts.
actually cool to hear, man. Especially for a guy like you that did go so early in the draft, man.
Hmm.
You usually hear the other side of it, man. I thought I was gonna get
Yeah,
drafted and I did it. Not, oh, I didn't think I was gonna get drafted at all. Man, I went to
yeah,
second.
nah, for real.
It's like, yo, that's fire.
Yeah.
So you get drafted, man. You get a chance to play for Sean McVay. I mean, when you're talking about offensive minds, when you talk about this guy's coaching tree, I mean, even at a young age, this guy has, put his stamp on the NFL, man. What was that like for you, though, man, being coached by Sean McVay? And what was something that kind of made him unique from your experience?
Yeah, I think McVay is a creative mind, a great offensive mind, a great head coach too, and even a better person. I think his unique way is just he knows how to scheme. He knows what's going to happen before, the play even starts. He does a great job of that. He the crazy thing is he'll be in a meeting and we'll be going through a play and he'll say, "Look, I know for sure this play is gonna hit. Like without a shadow of doubt, like I know this play gonna hit." And we'll get to the game and then it hit. So it's just like, man, like how you be knowing all this stuff gonna happen? But that just goes to show you the preparation that he
Yeah.
puts in, the works that he puts in, and how much film that he watches. And it was great playing for him. Obviously, he's had a lot of success. They're having a success right now too as well. So it was definitely great playing up on him.